Hey guys, Dr. Ellen here, the Midlife Whisper. How are you today? I hope your week is going awesome. I have been meaning to come on and answer any nutrition questions you have. And also, I wanted to talk about midlife fatigue because I know the women I work with, the women in my new Rock Your Midlife community, my clients, a lot of us are struggling with fatigue. And if you are going through menopause, you know what I'm talking about, because that hormonal fluctuation can create things like night sweats and hot flashes and insomnia, can really mess with your mood and really can make it very hard to have a lot of energy. So I wanted to share with you 6 things that you can do to have unstoppable energy. So the first is really to exercise daily. You might be thinking, well, exercise wears me out, but exercise actually oxygenates you, it works in your cardiovascular system, it helps you combat things like depression and stress, and it helps you sleep better. So exercise is one of the most important things that you want to do if you are dealing with low energy at midlife. And hey, if you've got a midlife question around nutrition, let me know. I've been sharing nutrition tips all month long because it's National Nutrition Month. So number 1, exercise. Number 2, work on your sleep hygiene. How many of you have struggling with sleep? I know that it's something that I struggle with all the time, that I have to really work on my sleep. And so the key thing is you want to do is create a sleep hygiene where you're going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, preferably on the earlier side, like 10, 11 o'clock. Turn off all your screens at least an hour before you go to bed. Do something relaxing like taking a hot shower or bath, journaling, listening to music, reading, making sure that your room is cool and dark and quiet. And getting a good night's sleep is so important. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you've got hot flashes of night sweats, I recommend sleeping in wicking clothing or sleeping in the buff and having a squirt bottle filled with water with a little bit of lemon essential oil or lemon juice, and just you have it there to squirt on when you wake up in the middle of the night. It'll really help you to get to bed much quicker. Number 3, diet. All right, I am all about diet. I've been a dietitian for 30 years, and I'm wondering, how is your diet? You know, so often we are eating out of stress, we are not creating healthy meals, and so we're eating a lot of foods that are pro-inflammatory. You've probably been hearing that word a lot. Pro-inflammatory foods are those foods that create inflammation. There are foods that are really your processed foods. And so when your body sees processed things, whether it's artificial sweeteners, colors, sugar, things like that, what happens is your body looks at that as some kind of foreign invader, and it creates inflammation. Your immune system actually can go and attack it. That creates inflammation on your body. In contrast, anti-inflammatory foods, your fruits, your vegetables, your whole grains, beans, all of those types of foods, the whole food, plant-based diet, the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet, those kinds of foods actually help to reduce inflammation. So the 2 biggest things you want to do with your diet is eat anti-inflammatory, so less of the processed foods, more of the plant foods, especially the fruits and veggies. And then you also, intermittent fasting. I've been looking a lot at the research on intermittent fasting and menopause and weight gain and inflammation. And when you are doing intermittent fasting, you're giving your body a break. You're giving it an opportunity to reset. You're giving your digestive system an opportunity to reset. And you're also at the same time kind of putting your body through a little bit of a shock so it gets stronger. It's good for your immune system. So there's a real interesting Gabblestone diet out there. You might have been seeing Marie Claire Haber. She's going to be on my podcast in a couple of weeks. She's written this great book, and she really is very much in favor of the whole food plant-based diet, the anti-inflammatory diet, eating actually lower carbohydrates, especially the processed carbs, and a nice balance of fat and protein, and then also doing the intermittent fasting, particularly the kind of fasting I recommend, and it's what I try to do also because it's anti-cancer. If you've been following me, you know I was diagnosed with breast cancer last April, and that's also really good for combating cancer. So you want to eat for only an 8-hour window. So I'll do something like eat from like 11 till 7, and then I won't eat from 7 till the next morning. So that's a really powerful thing that you can do. Urch Chocolate Dream says, I want to learn more about it. Okay, so you can DM in. I'm happy to give you more information. So there's diet. The other thing you want to watch out for too, if your energy is low, watch out for the caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine, particularly if you consume it afternoon time, it really can interfere with your sleep and make you jittery and more tired. And also alcohol can do the same thing. You might feel like if I have a drink, it's easier for me to fall asleep, but it really messes up with your sleep rhythm. So you don't get the right kind of deep, restful sleep. So you want to make sure, if you're drinking, drink in moderation, one drink, and really try to keep that down. Maybe not drinking at all. I like to have a little bit of a flavored seltzer, maybe a little bit of kombucha, and really trying to watch the alcohol. Number 5 is hydration. So often we're really, really tired and we think we need food. So we go for that 3 o'clock time, right, where you're reaching for the Snickers bar and the Diet Coke, which is exactly what you don't want. You get a little bit of a lift because you're getting that, blood sugar in your system and that caffeine, but then you crash afterwards, and you also, might be needing hydration. So just drinking water is great, or drinking something like an herbal tea, staying away from the caffeine after noontime, but make sure that you are hydrated. You can be really tired if your body doesn't have enough liquid. So stay hydrated, get a nice water bottle, keep it by your desk, set a timer on your phone to remind you to drink more water. And finally, then I talked about this today in my post. I don't know if you saw it, I was over by that tree right there. It is a beautiful, maybe I'll show you, you can see if I can, I'll flip this up so you can look at it later. It's my palm tree in my backyard here in Costa Rica. You want to unplug. It's so important right now. So much going on in the world, so much going on in our lives, right? If you're at midlife, it's like you've got maybe kids and parents and career and your primary relationship, and you're working on your health, and you're trying to find time for you. You've got to find time to unplug. Everything, including you, will work better if you unplug. So get outside, ground. Take some, even if you take a couple of deep breaths, do some deep breathing for, even 30 seconds, walk around your office, get outside for a few minutes, get some sunshine, do some grounding. I showed a picture of me with bare feet with this tree over here, hugging the tree. Really, it's a little crazy, but it actually really does energize you when you connect with nature, when you can be barefoot. If you've got somewhere you can swim and you can immerse yourself in water, it's really an awesome thing to do. So those are my tips. I'll stay on for another moment here. If anybody has any nutrition questions, I've been sharing nutrition tips all month long because it's National Nutrition Month. So it's exercise daily, and you can break it up too. You can take the stairs, park your car further away. I like to break up my exercise throughout the day. I've been waking up early because it is hot here in the middle of the day. I've got to get out of the sun in a few minutes. Also, sunshine can help you as well. If you are living somewhere where you need sunshine, where there's not a lot of sunshine, you can use one of those sun lamps, or make sure you get some early morning sun as soon as you wake up. It can help set your circadian rhythms and help you work on your sleep. So exercise daily, your sleep routine is super important. Your diet, so that whole foods, plant-based, anti-inflammatory diet mixed with some intermittent fasting, higher protein, a little bit of healthy fats like your vegetable oils, fats from oily fish, less of the carbohydrate, particularly the refined carbohydrate. Really watch the caffeine, particularly afternoon time, and the alcohol that can really drain you as well. And make sure to stay hydrated, drink lots and lots of water, and then make sure to unplug. So I hope that has helped you today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see how I can flip this up. There is my palm tree you can see there. I'm kind of so excited that I have a palm tree in my life. I've never had a palm tree before. I've never lived somewhere tropical. If you've been following me, I closed on this beautiful house. Here's my tree, which I love, just demonstrating. Just hug a tree. It is so energizing. Take your shoes off. You can see I've got my feet kind of barefoot here and just enjoying being on the earth. It will help you feel so much more energized. Hey, if you are struggling with your energy or any other issues at midlife, hit me up with a DM. Just DM me Transform. I would love to connect with you. I have a new group here called the Rock Your Midlife Community, which is very reasonable. You get coaching from me, you get workshops, you get all kinds of meetings, and you get to meet other midlife women, and you don't feel so alone. So I hope you're having a great, high energized day. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Dr. Ellen, the Midlife Whisperer. Talk to you soon.